Hey friend, it's Mobix Game and welcome back to another video. Just go ahead and leave a like for support and do make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. So let's go!
Every single person here is out to kill me!
Okay, Deathloop's hitting store shelves September 14th and is coming to PlayStation 5 and PCs only we hear. At the time of reading, pre-orders are still available for the game for different editions. Deathloop's right now probably the most anticipated time-looping first-person shooter to hit the market. Check it out in case you've missed it.
Woo-hoo-hoo! You're gonna give me that attitude?
Same day, which means I already know what's going to happen. Am I supposed to do this every day for the rest of my life? Fuck that! I'm breaking this loop.
The Aragami Detective Agency. A hole-in-the-wall office headed by Private Eye Takayuki Yagami, where a client's heart is the heart of their business.
What do we have here? Lost Judgment, alright. If you are familiar with Yakuza games, then you already probably know what this is. If not, check out the trailer and keep in mind that it's a sequel. This one launches next month, September 24th, and it's coming to everything except Nintendo Switch, obviously.
Investigative actions. Investigations are more intense than ever. Employ new techniques in the hunt for evidence.
Hold up!
Chase.
You won't get away!
Tailing.
Going somewhere? Oh, I see now.
Disguise. Infiltrate.
Alright, Kena, The Bridge of Spirits, the single biggest indie action-adventure game in the works, also went on a move to next month, and now releases September 21st. They said to make the game the best experience possible, which is great. Nothing big, it's just a month, but when Kena actually releases, it'll be an Epic Game Store exclusive, and also a PlayStation 5 console exclusive, we hear.
Must move on.
There are plenty of discoverable locations that pop up on your compass as you approach them. I casually stumbled upon plenty of caves and abandoned farmlands.
On the other hand, New World is almost here. This game releases September 28th, 2021. For PCs, maybe that will change in the coming months, who knows? But for those of you who missed out the news, it's an MMORPG that sees you exploring an open world with thousands of adventures, a big variety of crafting, so we hear PvE and PvP content as well. Don't miss it.
Enemies that are far higher level than you as corruption slowly takes hold of the region. This can lead to some genuinely scary encounters. For example, at one point, a group of monsters chased me all the way up to the gates of Eastward settlement. And then I was ferried off to Outpost Rush, New World's 20 versus 20 player PvPvE battleground. I thought it was fun when I tried it out a few weeks ago and focused on attacking and defending bases with a bow and a nice gauntlet, but this time I chose a completely different build and went with a fire staff and a great axe, both of which are useful for crowd control and melee range.
Is that how you say it? Yeah, that's right. Your friend did tell me you were overqualified for this job.
Earlier this week, Square Enix also announced True Colors, which is a prequel to the main game, obviously, Life is Strange, is now set to be released September 10th. In addition to that, its DLC, Wavelengths, is also coming out September 30th, 2021, and both will be coming to consoles and PCs, and eventually Nintendo Switch as well.
Yeah, totally. Part of your responsibilities would be managing the record store. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Oh, Right, yeah, no problem at all. Sorry, computer DJ. It's my turn now. What's up, Kind Haven listeners? Steph here.
Rec 10 or World Rally Championship 10, to say the whole thing, is on its way to pretty much any console available and PCs. September 2nd, 2021. It's currently available for pre-order and also available to wishlist, and headed towards stores with more than 20 events here. And go ahead and check out the latest trailer here if you actually missed the news earlier this August.
Should you need my skills on the battlefield, all I care for is maintaining peace.
Bandai Namco went on and finally announced a playable demo for Tales of Arise that'll land on the PlayStation Store only August 18th. Not Steam, you know, so don't get them hopes up if it's PCs for you. The eventual final thing then also comes out worldwide September 10th for other consoles as well, such as Xbox, in addition to PlayStation consoles and PCs as well. Here's also a new trailer.
Toasty!
Bird strike! Been looking for you.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! This is Tannin's realm and it's ours, understand?
Is it over? It's only just begun.
Diablo 2 Resurrected launches September 23rd. To be honest, I don't think there will ever be a better time to be a Diablo fan. This beast of an RPG that nearly defined this entire genre is nearly here, and this time it's also headed to PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox consoles as well, PCs, and even Nintendo Switch. Check it out.
So, Marius, at last I find you. Yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching. I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found. Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault. Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault? The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer.
Port City's as good as lost.
F.I.S.T, or F.I.S.T, Forged in Shadows Torch, we mentioned earlier, will be released on PlayStation 4 and 5 September 7th, and you can pre-order this game at the PlayStation Store right now. Here's a trailer for those of you who missed out. F.I.S.T, as you can see, is a Metroidvania kind of action-adventure with puzzle-solving elements, platforming action, and a lot more.
Separated by an evil queen and the roll of a dice.
Electronic Arts just announced a release date for Lost in Random, finally. Well, Lost in Random is a mix of a third-person adventure and deck-building games, if that makes any sense. That is a real-time combat and turn-based as well. This beautiful game is headed to consoles and PCs, Switch included also, September 10th and here. They also came up with a new one. Check it out.
And combat go hand in hand. And many peculiar characters await.
Some will help her. Do you mean this one? And some won't.
That's against the rules. Oh, sure. A little girl with a dice.
Those coins can be traded for cards.
Cards! I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land.
Gamedec is a cyberpunk RPG where you get to be a game detective inside virtual worlds.
Gamedec is one of the highly anticipated isometric games right now, which happens to be an RPG as well, and one of the really beautiful games to come out this year. It's a detective investigating futuristic cyberpunk-ish adventure set about 300 years from now, and it finally launches September 16th, developers just announced.
Yes, they can! Like, a lot. Can different approaches to a problem branch the narrative? Yes, they can. Even if the approach means turning into a cat. Can a deduction, meaning what your avatar believes to be true, branch the narrative? Yes, even if your theory is, let's say, far-fetched. And finally, can your actions towards characters and factions branch the narrative? Oh yeah! With sometimes deadly consequences.
This is probably the best news I came across this week. After about 2 years, Chunkfish finally came out and said Eastward will release on September 16th. And it's now coming to Switch as well, in addition to PCs. This two-dimensional pixel art god is from folks who also published Stardew Valley, and they even called it their biggest work to date. Check it out. Aragami, on the other hand, too, by the way, is an indie TP stealth game where you play as an assassin with the power to control shadows. But I think a bunch of you folks here were probably waiting to hear more since early this year, and well, guess what? The release for Aragami 2 has been confirmed and it'll launch finally September 17th. Here's a new trailer.
Only way to free myself. I too was a slave, a tool used by the Akatsuchi in their conquest of the land, but not anymore. Death led me to the place where I belong. We need to find the key to our disease. Free ourselves from this curse.
Let's take you back to 1986 and this pretty little lake town called Providence Oaks.
Take a look at Lake. What's described as a slice of life narrative adventure. Probably the game for you if you're in the mood for a more relaxing kind of game. Have a look. Lake will launch September 1st on Xbox Series X and S, as well as Steam, and I think the Epic Game Store as well.
You really have to.
It's quite a change from her big city job. Different pace, different people.
I think it's a toy bear.
That's local cat lady Mildred Jenkins.
Bit of a nosy posy, aren't you?
That's Robert, the lumberjack. And then there's Maureen, who runs the diner.
Ashley, it's pancake time! 'Cause I'm ready to rumble. 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 'Cause I'm
Meredith's 2 weeks in Providence Oaks are quite relaxing. Or are they? Will she reconnect with her best friend Kay?
Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Any memory in particular you're thinking of?
100 years. For 100 years, we have been plagued by this war.
On the other hand, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous launches September 2nd on Steam. Another source as well, I believe, for $50 for PCs only, then to pretty much all consoles early next year. For those of you unfamiliar, it's a sequel to the studio's previous game Pathfinder Kingmaker, and as you could probably tell, it's an isometric RPG. Check it out.
We did not yield when our cities burned, when our fortresses were turned to dust, and our comrades, our brothers and sisters in arms, valiantly met their deaths. We have suffered through many a plight, and now it is our turn to strike. To arms, brothers and sisters! I declare that the Fifth Crusade has begun, and it is you who will lead us in this war.
And last but not least, Sonic Colors Ultimate launches September 7th. This one's also coming to all consoles including PCs and Switch. What it is, it's a remaster of the 2010 game featuring improved graphics and revamped lighting. And basically a great opportunity for longtime fans, especially if you want to experience this game on current generation of consoles. Check it out.